So I have another car dropped off, has a bigger turbo and everything, but we won't be able to get to this car till like maybe tomorrow or Wednesday or so. So that parts car, Aaron actually scrapped it today. He just dropped it off at scrap yard, and they gave us $66 for the shell. But I really want to start organizing the shop, and it's a mess. Just kind of, yeah, I really have to. And I'm gonna have a lot of parts up for sale, because that was the whole point of buying the parts car. I just have a BK1 engine that's in good condition, just sitting here, just waiting to be sold. Many stuff. So I gotta start putting stuff up and get this going. Probably haven't seen this car, so I never filmed it. This week I was just really busy, but this is also something that we picked it up in the auction, and matter of fact, it's already sold to one of my friends. He wants us to actually build this car, just fix it up and sell it to him. So had the front end damage. We already took everything apart and had some fender damage here. We chopped it off and it's gotta be replaced. What happened was it actually dived into some car or something, rear-ended. So when we picked it up, the motor was actually sitting like that, and whatever was on this side was all cracked up. The power steering reservoir was all cracked up. What happened was it pushed in that it actually broke the transmission mount, which we fixed up and replaced already. That's why this motor is sitting now perfectly. And we had the power steering unit, and that pulley, the water pump pulley, was all messed up, bent. Fixed that. The pipe was all crushed. Fixed that, replaced it. Very, very clean. Probably back seats are never, nobody actually ever sat in there. So trunk is really clean too. Already ordered a bunch of parts. Whole radiator support, KDM headlights, another shell of the front bumper. I might just take this to the body shop and let them take care of it. So Aaron just came back, and this is the pulley that was having an issue with. There's like 2 guides inside. One of them actually broke off, and John Craft was more than happy to just replace it and take care of it. Only thing was Aaron had to drive 2 hours and 2 hours back, so 4 hours. Thursday, it's about 6:30-ish. I'll probably go home soon, but I was just working on a few cars, just moving them around. The Supercharger car is actually off the lift now. I was welding a bung for the wideband sensor, and Aaron actually took off early so that he could just grab some of the parts he needed for tomorrow. He's doing the gauge install and just finish off this car in general. And now the car came with a used kit, and it's missing some stuff like LED lights and all that for the meth kit, and a little vacuum lines, T's, and all that little things here and there. So he just left it a little early to grab those on the way home, and he's just gonna show up early tomorrow to finish it off. So I moved this car here, and now I was able to take a good look at the transmission, and now I actually took it apart. I already have a transmission pan, whatever you want to call, and this is what happened. It just cracked around over here, and it was just leaking all over. So when we picked it up, you know, it had some transmission fluid, and it was still like shooting out when the car was started, but it's obviously empty. You need like at least 10 quarts, I would say, 5 in the torque converter and 5 in the pan. So this is what the inside of a transmission look like. Yeah, I already have a replacement pan, but I'm just gonna find out if what transmission fluid we have to use. So that's what we're gonna do tomorrow. Finish up and hopefully finish that car. My wife's birthday tomorrow, so I'm not gonna be staying too long, but I'm really hoping to finish it up so that I could just hand this over to the owner by Saturday. Aaron's gonna be here on Saturday too, so I guess we might be, the worst case, I'll be tuning it on Saturday a little early. So this car's almost put together, and I already have a fender for it. One of our good friend Jay Zizzle dropped it off for us, and we just have to paint it. It's in pretty good condition. The final number, it's about at 9 pounds. I know it's a little high there, but like I said, there's nothing we could do controlling the boost. So what I'm doing is right now I'm not up in the rev limiter. It's going to just stay at 6600. So it has a very different characteristic. I'm just going to show you the comparison with the TurboKits.com turbo. There's a pros and cons, and you could pretty much see it by looking at the dyno sheet. So let me see if I could show you. Just don't compare the peak power to peak power, because it's two different cars, different mods and everything, but the characteristics are totally different. Where the turbo kit, it actually kicks in way quicker, so it makes more torque down low, but gradually goes down. Whereas the supercharger could start keep shooting up if there was a built motor or had a different pulley. But I know the fact that this pulley could do more if it didn't have the intercooler, air intercooler kit. So what that means is you could actually do a water-cooled charger and basically shorten the whole piping instead of going all this route. And I mean, it looks cool and everything with the intercooler on, but you know, if you shorten this pipe from charger to just intake by charger to the throttle body, that will probably make like 15 pounds already, and it will be way more responsive. So that was actually something the original owner told us, and that's definitely doable. But right now, how they distribute, we've been getting a lot of questions about where they could get the kit from. It's from JRC Performance, John Kraft, but they only sell the charger bracket now. So they're not really willing to make the full kit out of it, but just distribute the bracket. And you can go with a different charger. I mean, it's got to be Voltrix, but different size charger, and you could be creative with the whole piping. And we happen to know somebody who could fabricate, and we also happen to know somebody who could tune at the same time. So if this is something that you guys are interested, the kit itself, all together with the charger, all the, you know, fabrication will come out to similar to the turbokits.com. You know, like I said, it has pros and cons. You know, charger, I mean, with this setup may not be efficient as a turbo, like if you're looking for low end torque, but linear curve, this is a winner. Here's a little comparison. I mean, I was just going over, but I just can't remember the name and the car together, but you know, I happen to know this person. She came with the competitions tune, and we did the baseline here, and basically, as you can see, it's it had the full catback, and I think all the bolt-ons pretty much. I think even the headers. I could be wrong, but since we don't have a baseline for this car, I'm just gonna compare it. And basically, it made about 268, 269 on our dyno, and this is with the supercharger. So basically, it makes another 100 plus horsepower and about 90 plus torque, and the drivability is very, very like stock. It's not like torquey like a turbo. I mean, there's like I said, pros and cons. You know what you're looking for, but you know the turbo kits will be like this, torquey, and then gradually go down. But it has more of like a stock drivability, and the torque doesn't die down till the top. It could be a disadvantage too, the way I look at it, because you know you have like peak torque at the top. There's a room for improvement. If you shorten the piping and come with a different pulley, will definitely do better. But still, it's still a good gain compared to, you know, just comparing with the stock. So that will be something I'm going to give it out to the owner as a comparison as well. And since the kit was slightly used, has little issues here and there, we had to go through and we had to replace some of the parts. Oh, okay. Aaron's like 5 pounds lighter now.